Welcome back to Strange Monkey Reviews, ladies and gentlemen. And today, we're diving into 28 years later, the Bone Temple. We're going back into the rage-infected world. Before I go any further, just a quick heads up. I'll be giving my general thoughts first, and then I'll be joined by my good friend, Mr. Death Breath, who's going to be diving into the spoilers. So, you have been warned. The film is directed by Nia DaCosta and it stars Ralph Fiennes, Jack O'Connell, Alfie Williams, Erin Kellyman, and Chi Lewis Perry. Years after the world fell apart, Dr. Kelson uncovers a discovery that could potentially change everything humanity knows about the infection. Meanwhile, survivor Spike from the previous film crosses paths with cult leader Jimmy Crystal, and what starts as a tense encounter spirals into a full-blown nightmare he can't escape. What really works about the Bone Temple is the focus on characters. This isn't just non-stop chaos everywhere you look. The movie actually takes its time letting you sit with these people, understand who they are, and feel the weight of the world they're trapped in. That extra breathing room makes the horror hit harder when things finally explode. The acting across the board is strong and really helps ground the film's slower, character-focused approach. Jack O'Connell as Jimmy Crystal brings an unsettling calm to every scene that he's in, the kind that makes you feel on edge even when nothing violent is happening. He is the biggest threat in this film. There is a quiet menace to his performance that makes Jimmy feel unpredictable and deeply disturbing. Ralph Fiennes as Dr. Kelson delivers a cold, emotionally grounded performance that gives the film real weight. He is definitely the standout in this film. He feels calculated, controlled, and quietly obsessive, especially as his experiments push further into morally uncomfortable territory. The same grounded intensity carries over to Erin Kellyman, whose performance adds emotional balance and keeps the story anchored when things start to spiral out of control. Alfie Williams brings a much-needed sense of vulnerability to the film, giving the audience someone to emotionally latch onto in a world that's become brutal and unforgiving, to say the least. He kind of takes a back seat in this film because he's stuck in the situation when he comes across the Jimmies, and he finds out very quickly that they are not nice people at all. His performance helps humanize the story and makes the danger feel personal rather than abstract. And then there's Chi Lewis Perry as Samson. He's literally a walking threat every time he's on screen, physically imposing and genuinely intimidating. I wouldn't want that giant behemoth chasing after me in every scene. But what makes the character interesting is the strange bond he shares with Dr. Kelson, as Kelson digs deeper into his experiments, trying to understand what drives the infected and why they behave the way they do. Samson becomes more than just a muscle. Their dynamic adds an eerie layer to the film and reinforces the obsession at the heart of the story. Now let's talk about what the fans really want. The kills and the effects absolutely deliver. They're mean, nasty, and they're not just there for shock value. Each violent moment actually serves the story and reinforces how far gone this world really is. Like, we are gone. We have lost our minds, okay? That's over. Put a fork in it. It's done. From a storytelling perspective, the film shines when it leans into atmosphere and dread instead of just rushing from set piece to set piece. Okay, here we go, let's do this. Slow it down, please. The slower pace allows the paranoia, cult elements, and moral questions to sink in. And when it gets intense, it gets real intense. So overall, I personally think that 28 years later, The Bone Temple is one hell of a good time, Strange Monkey approved. Now, we are going to jump in, like I said earlier, to spoiler territory. So, if you haven't seen the film yet, stop right here. Or, watch it, come on back to the review. Anyway, here is my good friend, Mr. Death Breath.
Alright, let me try to break this down the way it makes sense. I'm just go with the good and the bad. So my issues I had, I feel like Sir Jimmy should have been a little more interesting, but then again, that might be like a weird one for me, because I'm not sure if he wasn't interesting or he was, or I'm just misremembering. Like, I don't know, I feel like it wasn't enough. I wanted more, and I feel like I didn't get enough. It was a little disappointing that we didn't get more of a continuation with Spike and his dad, but I guess that wasn't the point. What else? This story felt a little more focused, which is a good and a bad thing, and I guess that's it. So the good, Kelson was actually a good guy. Kelson was amazing. The Jimmys and Sir Jimmy were great. I know those are contradictions. I liked that the story was more narratively. I liked that it wasn't as. I liked that it was more rich in story. Because the first movie can kind of be like, Aaron Taylor Johnson takes out kid to go hunting. They encounter infected. They hide. They encounter. The alpha. They go back. He takes mother to Kelson. Mother dies, they encounter infected. Like you can literally do that pretty quick. But with this one, it was such a deep story, And I love that scene specifically when Kelson's getting high with Samson, trying to help him, and he doesn't get his head torn off. I never thought that Kelson was safe, and when he was safe, I was confused, And I loved this whole story about how he essentially started helping Samson, and he was about to give him peace and kill him, And what really is crazy, and it's so crazy, because people say they're zombies, and obviously they're not zombies 28 years later. If anyone's paid attention, then they're not eating people, It's a virus that makes you so angry. Like, they've said that, like, that moment when you want to kill somebody, well, imagine that's how you felt the whole time, all the time, I love that by him giving him drugs, it eased him out of the psychosis. Like, he's no longer this crazy character. And I love that whole scene on the train, when he's like, I don't have a ticket, and then they attack him, and I'm like, oh no, what if he's not strong enough anymore? And what was awesome is, even when he tried to run away, which made me a little nervous, he still killed them all, and he still was strong. It's like, so he like, what does it say? All our strengths and our weaknesses, right? So he can't be infected because he's already technically infected. And on top of that, he was incredibly strong. He bit someone's arm off. He snapped someone like Bane snapped Batman. Like, it was just amazing, Honestly, it might be the best movie of the year, seriously. Because it's such a well-written story, such a good story, such good characters. Honestly, it was amazing. And it isn't like, oh, we made some, like, magical, cure that needs camel hair and, like, 9-year-old spit and, like, I don't know, the eyebrows of an elephant. It wasn't like that. It's like, it was really based in just real medicine. And it was just awesome, dude.
Okay, there you go. Thank you, Mr. Death Breath. Thank you very much. So, have you seen 28 years later, The Bone Temple? Okay, I want you all to listen to the third hand really quick, okay? The third hand says that you need to get your ass up right now and head to the movie theater right now and go support this film. Yes, buy a ticket right now, please. And hopefully, this film is very successful and we get the next entry that we're supposed to. It's supposed to be a trilogy here. So hopefully, this new entry makes a lot of money because it was awesome. It was a big improvement over the last one. I like the last one, but this one was much better. So please, I'm begging you all, go support this film. Anyway, be sure to subscribe. Click on that notification bell. Subscribe to Mr. Death Breath. Follow me on all my social media platforms and have yourselves a good fright.